What's going on? It's your boy got by 2009, and today I'm talking about the Aquarius. I'm gonna wait for a couple of y'all to come in before I get started. What's going on? I see one person in the chat room. I can see y'all comments, so if you want to chat with me, I can see your comments and everything. But I'm doing this on the Aquarius, and if y'all can hear, so you can hear it. Anita Baker, because she's like one of the most famous Aquarius women when it comes to singing. My mother is also Aquarius, and she's light as you come into the chat room. This one's gonna be all about Aquarius. You know, Anita Baker is like one of my favorite singers, and she's also you know, so I'm gonna do this one with her music in the background because she's very much an Aquarius. You know, they're very ahead of what everybody else is thinking. They're very unique, individuals. You know what I mean? They can be hard to understand. Good morning, Shelly. What's going on? Oh, thank you, Shelly. But I just want to talk about a couple of things about the Aquarius. They as being like very strange because they're so extremely different. You know what I mean? The way they do things, kids, the way they carry on their relationships, the way they move in the workplace or at school or wherever they're at. You know, they're very intelligent. They're highly intelligent, and I'm gonna start going into all these characteristics. Like they can come off as being strange because um they're very much just like a Libra. They're very much in their heads. They're very much really deep thinkers, and they can come off as being weird or whatever. Like Aquarius woman would be like a type of girl that she can be very beautiful, but she'll come out with like a top hat. She the one to wake up in the morning with a top hat, rose-colored glasses, and striped socks on, and a bow tie around her neck. Just because that's just how they are. They do stuff that's unconventional. Like the way my mother raised us, like she was very unconventional. She didn't never talk to us like kids. Like she was big, you know, ball of energy, like happy energy. Like she's very like me, like very into the music. Like they love music. Like they love being around enormous crowds. They don't care about being social. They probably like one of the most extroverted signs in the whole zodiac. Like my mother, she got like 1 billion friends, but at the same time, they can be very shy and be very private, and they stay away from a lot of big crowds. But at the same time, they can be around big crowds and shine and stand out of everybody. Oh, thank you, Shelly. Thank you, thanks. I appreciate that, Shelly. and they just they're very cool. They're very mellow. Um, like when dealing with us as Scorpios, like a lot of times I would get frustrated with my mother because she never really, expressed herself on the spot. They're not really good at expressing frustration and expressing um, anger and things of that nature. So they keep a lot of stuff to themselves until they almost like a Scorpio, but at the same time you won't have no clue that they're pissed off with you. Like they'll keep it, they'll still talk with you, laugh with you, talk to you on the phone, but then they'll come out the blue. Like you can say something and they can just, they'll just go off. But at the same time, after they go off, they cool down and they really leave it alone. But most of the time, it's very hard to get them like really upset. Um, but once you really do cross that line of no return with the Aquarius, they'll cut you off and they'll never look back. Like my mother, she type of person, she'll give you all the opportunities in the world, but once you cross that line of no return when it comes to disrespect and crossing her personal boundaries and personal space, she's not going to tolerate it, and she'll cut you off. Like a lot of times, I be trying to get her to forgive certain people in our family and stuff like that. She's not having it. Like they can't come over. Like no phone call, no Facebook, no nothing. Like I ain't seen my. Like it's sad, but it's real. You know what I mean? This is the Aquarius. Like I haven't seen my uncle in almost 10 years because him and my mother have such a bad fallout, and she's so stubborn. It's that fix. They're very fixed. It's a fixed sign, so they're very much. Once they make a decision, they're not going to change their mind. So once they cut a person off, they're not going to, they'll be peaceful with them. They'll be cordial with them, but they might even go into the same location as them, but they're not going to speak with them. They're not going to associate with them. They're not going to make any type of contact with them. You know what I mean? Even if they have, mutual friends, they're not going to. They'll let that mutual friend know, don't bring them in my space, and and we'll be okay. You know what I mean? Um, a lot of people say, they're extremely happy-go-lucky. My mother, she's a big goofball. She loves to laugh and joke. Like she jokes until it's not even fun. It's like you like, man, go ahead, mom. Like stop, please stop. Like like she don't mind embarrassing you. Like growing up, like bringing people around. Like she just keep joking. She'll just joke. She'll embarrass you. Like they don't mind embarrassing you. Like Aquarius parent, like they don't mind embarrassing their kids. Like they're very much in tune with everything that's going on, and they're very humorous people. Like the Gemini, they have a good gift of gab. She's very popular amongst her like in her company that she works for. Um, they very ambitious. Like the way she does things and have things situated, it looks like something I never seen. Like the way she has her statues in her house, like from the way she paints like an artist. Like they so talented, and they won't really think of it as nothing. They be like, it's just a picture. You know what I mean? It's they're very different, very unconventional. Matter of fact, let me show you something that Aquarius had made for me. Y'all always see it in my background, but I never really let y'all see it like that. This is a painting that Aquarius had drew for me. Some of y'all might be familiar with it. It's called the from the Pink Floyd album, The Wall. If y'all can see it, I don't know if y'all can see it real good, but this is the from the Wall. My boy Jimmy, he's an Aquarius. He had painted this for me, and he didn't even trace it. He didn't do nothing. He just did this straight off his head. They just extremely unconventional, extremely talented. You know what I mean? They just very cool people. You know what I mean? They extremely cool. Um, they can come off as emotionless at times because they're very much, just like I said, they're very much in their heads. Um, they don't react. They're not emotional people. They're not like water signs. They don't show their feelings of frustration. And for like a water sign that's dating Aquarius or anybody that likes to um, feel their partner's emotions, likes to know how they feel emotionally, like to know what's going on in their heart. Like it's very hard to penetrate. It's just like a Scorpio. They're very hard to understand and penetrate because they don't really, show their emotions. If they do, have any type of deep emotions. They keep it mostly to themselves. They don't really they're not gonna show no type of you know strong attachment. They don't have that strong emotional attachment, which a lot of times would have a clash between me and my mother because I'm a Scorpio and I'm very much into the deep emotional, soulful part of a person. So the way she was, it made a lot of times it made me hard to understand her. But at the time, I wasn't really understanding of the signs and how Aquarius are. Like she wouldn't mean anything like personally about it, but that's just the way she is. But she a very happy-go-lucky person. Let me see. Let me see something else. Make sure I didn't get anything. Like when they dealing with a Scorpio, they can I don't know. Sometimes they can become frustrated with us because we're very expressive and we're very in tune and very emotional and very expressive with our inner spirit, and they don't really understand that because they keep most stuff to themselves. They really don't express it. They don't really understand that part of life. They like stuff on the light side of life. They don't really like fighting. They avoid confrontation as much as possible. They avoid fighting. They'll do everything to avoid it. Like sometimes she like piss me off because she would let people just get away with stuff and just be like, it's nothing. It's that air. It's that that air sign type of thing. Like very easy come, easy go. And me, I'm like fuck this. I wanna choke him. I wanna hurt him. I wanna fuss him, cuss him out. She like, oh no, I'm gonna send them. I'm gonna send them a flower and a gift. Like they just very unconventional, very you know just peaceful, very fun loving people. They just it's a lot of aspects that can come off this time, but they're not very hard to figure out. But at times they can become hard to figure out because they don't really express themselves into the deep side of life. They like to stay in tune with everything that's going on. They're very futuristic. They are like 10 years ahead of their time when it comes to thinking and being unconventional. Another example is like the Outcast, Big Boy and Andre 3000, who was a Gemini. You see how their group is super strange and super unconventional and super just in the future. All their videos were all very colorful, very animated. That's Aquarius. That's all Aquarius. You know what I mean? Um, if you think like Alice in Wonderland or the Wizard of Oz or just stuff like that would be something wonderful for Aquarius to watch because they love fantasy. They love stuff that's strange. Like they like another thing about them, they can say stuff sometimes that it can come off out the blue. You know what I mean? We could be talking about like a deep topic about say we talking about education and building up a company or something. She'll come out and be like, oh, oh, that's a nice, pretty bird. Do you see that bird? Like, you be like, what the hell is she talking about a bird for? But that's Aquarius because they very different. They can be very just, you know, they can come off as being a little strange sometimes, but they're very cool people to know. They're very cool people to be around. Um, just when dealing with them, just as long as you have a gift of gab and you're able to open up and and you're a person that's very outgoing and very talkative and you're very different than the norm, it will attract an Aquarius woman. They love stuff that's unconventional. They love intelligence. Like if you have a lot of intellect about different topics and many different things and a different way of thinking about stuff and handling your day-to-day life, like they'll definitely be interested in you. They'll draw them to you. Like a lot of times Aquarius will get attracted to Scorpio because a Scorpio can come off as so different and so strange and so to ourselves. It can attract us Aquarius because they are attracted to people that seems to themselves that are very much, you know, kind of quiet, kind of in the corner, in the background, hard to figure out, not very, can seem, they like people that are distant to a certain extent. Uh, it makes them want to, not come after you aggressively like a water sign, but they're going to be interested, like, they're like, hey, what's going on with you? Like, understand you. And they'll ask you a million questions. Like, my sister, I forgot my sister, my baby sister, she's Aquarius, super intelligent. Like, she was already walking at a very early age, talking and just doing everything by herself. And very, quirky. I don't know the word, like very quirky. Like, what are you doing? Like, and just asking me a bunch of questions, like adult questions that a kid shouldn't really be asking. So they're super intelligent. Um, see something that can make Aquarius mad. They can become angry when you try to create conflict. Uh, when you try to, poke fun at them in a way that they don't really like. They don't really like joking and messing around with too many people. Hey, what's going on, Gil? Make sure you like the video. Hey, Gil. Make sure you like the video. But yeah, they're very different. They're very unconventional, strange, and intelligent. So I'm still talk about it, but I'm gonna tell y'all the key words when you're dealing with an Aquarius male or woman: intelligence, fantasy, and distance. Because you have to give them their space. You can't put Aquarius in a box, because you put them in a box, they're gonna definitely leave you. Um, they're not. They don't tolerate rudeness. They don't like, just like a Libra. They like classiness. They don't like rudeness. They don't like rude people. They don't like ignorance. They don't like people acting stupid. They're very much, they're humanitarian. I call them the humanitarian of the zodiac. They'll do anything like to helping people, because my mother, she's an Aquarius, like I said, um, did stuff, because like I told y'all in my video a long time ago, I see another person. Make sure you like as you come into the chat room. Like I said, like, she's a humanitarian, so at an early age, she had me, helping kids with cancer, um, helping kids that are disabled, helping kids with mental disabilities, giving out clothes to the homeless, uh, doing stuff for Christmas for the homeless, for King's Daughter Hospital, sending money to the Make a Wish Foundation, doing a walk for relay, all this stuff. Like, she'll do all that stuff. Like, anything she can do to help somebody. Like, growing up, like in my early years, it was like living in my crib. Like, we didn't have much, but anybody she could help and try to take in. Like, Ma, this dude looks scary and crazy and all that. She's like, oh, but he don't have a home. Like, she's like, she just want to help everybody. So I had to, make room and for other people. Other people would stay with us. She helped a lot of people back on their feet. She helped raise a lot of other kids. She helped raise a lot of her nieces and nephews, kids in the neighborhood. She was definitely into all of that. She definitely into helping her fellow man. Oh, I'm fine, Gail. How you doing? I'm sorry. I'm just chatting with y'all right quick. So I'm feeling good. I'm just talking to my friend here. She's another big supporter, very talented young lady. I appreciate y'all so much. That's why I do this. I mean, I love, I mean, I know so much about this, and it's like, I apologize to everybody for erasing it, my old videos. You know what I mean? They were very, very good. They had a whole lot of views. You know what I mean? It slowly built back up, but this will be a lot better because the quality will be a lot better. My screen won't be skipping with my voice. Like you'll be able to understand me, and I'll be a lot more, coherent, out and clear, and understand what I'm talking about. Cause I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna start out, you know, brief introduction of each of the signs. Then I'm gonna do vlogs on different locations or different places that that particular sign would like to go to, or these signs are things they would like to do. I'm gonna do for each sign. Like for the Aquarius, I'm gonna go to a theme park. Pisces, I'm gonna go to like a quiet aquarium, with music. Libra, I'll go to a nice classy jazz restaurant. Like I'm gonna mix it all up. I'm gonna keep it very fresh and keep it very brand new because I like to do stuff like that. Come on, Gail, think of something. I want to know what you want me to talk about. I know you got something because I like to take your requests at times. I know I can't do everybody's at one time. You know, y'all please make sure y'all like the video. If y'all in the chat room listening, make sure you please like the video. But yeah, I really like laid back, cool, classy music. Definitely check out the legendary, iconic Anita Baker. To me, she's like one of the best. She's up there, like she's a tier to me because she's so talented. You know what I mean? Just like the Aquarius, like you won't see her in the spotlight like artists when they get older. You see them all at the award ceremonies, trying to be all up in, featuring on songs with a lot of younger, which is cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But you're not gonna really see Anita Baker doing that. You're not gonna see her remixing with Jay-Z. You're not gonna see her remixing with Beyonce. You're not gonna see a bunch of her music being sampled. She's very unconventional. She's very different. Um, when she used to do her music and record her music in the early '90s and late '80s, she would say she would write her lyrics on a big screen and play it on a video so she can see the words and like almost like a flash, like the words going across the screen. She said she can't sing a song if she's not really feeling the words or seeing the words in her head. She got to really sing it, and she would just do it like that. She never wrote a song. She just did it on the spot and just came out her head with this stuff. So she produced, arranged, and like they very extremely talented. Like I know y'all. I know this kind of I know y'all probably don't want to get this dude no props, but yeah, R. Kelly, you gotta give him his props though. You know what I'm saying? He's another Aquarius. You definitely know he has his strange stuff about him. You know what I mean? He produced, sing, arranged all his music. Um, he produced many people. The brother can sing in all types of octaves and different ranges. He done everything from R&B to you know sort of country songs to opera to you know it just the guy is talented. He's super talented. His personal life is something different. I mean, I'm not nobody to judge his personal life, but as an artist, and he's extremely talented. I mean, Aquarius, they're extremely talented. Extremely unconventional and extremely and new. Much into the future. I'm a uh, oh, it's Anita Baker. Anita Anita Baker. her music very peaceful. Her music, like, let me. I usually don't do this because I don't like giving too many people no shout outs because a lot of these artists are, what I mean, are full of evil and garbage. But real artists, I'm gonna support. I'm gonna show y'all. Listen, you got to get this. You get this CD. It's called The Rapture by Anita Baker. You got to have this. You got to get this in your life. This whole CD you can play from front to back. And I'm saying this as a 27-year-old man. I'm not 50 years old or nothing, which is a lot of the generation that listen to it. But she made good music. Not just this CD, but this is the one that I have. This one, to me, this is one of her best ones she ever did. You can play this thing from front to back. You know what I mean? If you just want to relax, you want to have a romantic evening. You know what I mean? If you just riding, traveling somewhere, you know what I mean? This CD is one of the best. Make sure you get this, man. Anita Baker, Rapture. You know what I mean? Anita Baker, Rapture. Make sure y'all definitely check her out, man. She's very talented, man. Very talented Aquarius. I enjoy talking with y'all. I'm trying to figure out what my friend Gail want me to talk about next because I'm gonna do a request video. I'm gonna do a request video. You know what I mean? And if anybody wants to, you know, come up here with me one day and just talk with me, if you just want to just talk with me, leave your email in the comment section, and I can talk to you one on one. You ain't got to be on video or nothing like that. If you just want to, do a FaceTime or video chat with me or something like that, just leave your email address in the comment section. You know what I mean? I know some people don't want to really put their information out there, but if you put it down there for me, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna write it down as soon as you put it down there, and I'm gonna make sure I erase it so your personal information won't be up there. But I love talking with y'all and getting to know y'all. So y'all make sure y'all exchange information with me so we can go ahead and link up because I got a whole lot of stuff. It's a lot more to me than I present on these videos, but I do give y'all a lot of me in these videos. I try to show y'all the more personal side of me. Let me show y'all one more example of Aquarius movie. Let me show you. I know this seems very wacky and weird because what I mean, me being a young black man, but oh, you like Etta James? I love Etta James. And this is the movie. It's look weird. This is an Aquarius movie. This is a movie Aquarius will watch. It's by the Beatles. If y'all familiar with the group The Beatles, and it's called the Magical Mystery Tour. It's like a soundtrack type of movie where you just play all the songs. They made a soundtrack to it and made a movie out of it. It's one of the most weirdest, strangest, musical you've seen in your life. You can watch it 1,000 times and won't understand it, but the music is excellent. Um, definitely be. It's a super fantasy movie. It don't really make sense. It don't really make sense to nobody, but from the 1960s that was on acid. But it's very much an Aquarius type of movie. The Magical Mystery Tour. You can't find it online. You know what I mean? Find it on. I mean, you can watch a preview of it online, but you can't find it. There's no websites that will let you watch this. You have to actually go buy this because if everybody know, I don't know if everybody knows, but after Michael Jackson died, all the Beatles stuff, their music, movies, and all their stuff were whoever got own the rights to it now. They're not really being fair with it, so they're making it real hard for people to listen to their stuff on the YouTube. Like after Michael Jackson died, like all their stuff was taken off YouTube, and they just did a lot of bullshit. But But yeah, man, you gotta check them out, man. Check out their music too. They got some really good music, period. But I'm definitely a big fan. You know what I mean? I like their music, man. They and another thing, 11 in the morning out here. I wonder what time is it out there? You know, I just appreciate and love y'all so much, and I thank y'all for checking me out. Um, it's a. I mean, I'm not. I'm chilling right now, so I might go ahead and bang out another one right quick for y'all. I might go ahead and do the Gemini right quick. 'Cause, it's a lot of stuff I can talk about them, and there'll be a lot more in tune because I got a lot of stories about them. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that one. I love y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all be easy, be peaceful.